Hi everyone, Kate from MakingSenseMatter.com, and today I'm going to show you how we set up our budget for February. Currently I use a classic sized Happy Planner budget planner, and I prefer to use the monthly calendar as our overview instead of this page. And it started when we were budgeting weekly. I needed to see what bills were due between which paychecks, and I would modify our savings contributions and our cash envelopes accordingly. But now I just like to use it as a way of seeing when bills are due and if it lines up with when I'll be downtown and the banks are open. Some bills, like our mortgage, I'm not able to pay online. We have no online account for the bank our mortgage is through. So it's kind of old-fashioned. I have to write the check and drop it off during bank hours. I could also mail it, but I barely remember to pick up stamps anytime I'm out. And our ortho bill fits into this category as well. If I'm at the ortho with my son and the payment is coming up, I just drop it off while we're there. I mean, I already drove 90 minutes to get to the office. I might as well drop the payment off while I'm there. Other bills I have on auto pay, and the remaining I schedule online. And so this is just a nice overview for me to see like how many bills are left for the month that I need to schedule. Were they even posted online yet for me to schedule? So I'm going to start by marking the due dates. I'm using these pink stickers to match the colors, and they are giving me a bit of a struggle here. I really like these asterisks, but they are tricky. And then I'm going to take my pen and fill in what the actual bills are. So starting at the top, we have mortgage, and then dance bill. I have 3 kids that are currently taking a dance class each. City, which is our current snowball, and Verizon, which is our internet and landline. We have no cell service where we live. And then Hub's student loan and my student loan. Hub's credit card that has entertainment items on it like Netflix and so forth. Finally, our cell phone, my credit card, our electric bill, our insurance bill, and finally at the end of the month, our orthodontist bill. I usually like to set up our budget at the end of the month, but I'm starting to transition since we're now paid monthly. So I set this one up more towards the middle of January. And because I filmed that early, I'm not setting up the weeks just yet. I'm going to go to the end of the month. Happy Planner includes these 2 pages at the end of the month in their budget planners. And since we use cash envelopes, I use the expense tracker on the left side for tracking our debit expenses and what categories they fit into. So I'm going to change these categories here. Is it a budgeted expense like fuel? Is it a non-budgeted expense, something that just I didn't budget for the month and it came up? Is it a medical expense like a copay or a prescription? Is it a gifting expense? Like, did we have a birthday coming up and we needed to buy a gift for that? Or was it something that was being donated to the school for one of the activities that they do there? And then the bill pay checklist here on the right side, I use as a running tracker for all the bills of the month. And this may seem really redundant when I mark them on the main calendar and in here, but it's helpful for me because it has this column here for the amount that's being budgeted, and I'll get to the notes section in a minute. And as I'm filling this in, please keep in mind that some of the amounts that I'm going to write here are set in stone, and they're a specific amount each and every month, and others of them are variable. And for the variable ones, I write the highest amount that's budgeted. So for example, the mortgage, student loans, the orthodontist, these bills are set in stone each and every month. I know what the amount will be. I know that I'm going to owe $200 to the ortho each and every month. I know that our mortgage is going to be $550 each and every month. But some of them, like our electric bill, our landline is another one that kind of varies depending on if I had to make a long distance call, believe it or not, because again, no cell service where we live. They vary a little bit month to month. Now electric, I like to use this as an example because it's the one that varies the most. Our electric bill, I budget $150 each month because that's the highest amount we've had. And usually that's in the summers when we're running the air conditioners and we've got the pool pump going. But other times, like last month, it was only $94 and change. And so I put the rest of that towards our current debt. This notes section here I use to keep track of our balances on our current debts, as well as the total amount of debt that we still have. We've paid off 6 accounts so far, 3 credit cards, our car loan, and we've also paid the lease on our oldest Trumpet. We paid that early, but we still have 5 accounts left, including our mortgage, 2 credit cards, 2 student loans, and our mortgage. And so this is just something that I do. It doesn't have to be done. I just do it because I like to see the balance go down each month. It helps motivate me. And so now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go back and decorate the month just a little bit, just to, make me kind of come back to it and review it. But I see that I've forgotten to mark payday. It was something I never did before because it was a consistent weekly thing. But now I need that reminder that, oh yeah, we get paid this day. This is the day I need to send all of our savings to our sinking funds. Got to do it on this day. I like the sticker that says, "You got this." Sometimes, when you're stuck in the budgeting weeds, you just need an excellent reminder, especially if you've been paying off debt for a long time like we have. And here I'm marking Valentine's Day. I normally don't mark any holidays in my budget planner. I don't need it. But when my kids are doing Valentine's exchanges in school, it's something I need to remember to buy. It's something I need to remember to budget for. It will come from our gifting account, but I kind of need a bigger reminder than the little bitty writing that's already in the planner. And then this pink square that I put here on February 12th, I'm just using that as a way to remind myself to go back over our budget from January 15th until February 14th and zero out that paycheck. And here I'm going to set up my February no spend month tracker. This is a free printable on my blog. I'll leave a link to it below. And I like to use the Monday start one. I like to have our weekends clumped together. And I'm going to set my own personal non-spending goals later. And now I'm just going to go through the numbers for our February paycheck. So the paycheck, this is going to seem a little weird, but the paycheck that we get on February 15th until our next paycheck, so this will end on March 14th. And I'm using a Paycheck printable, which is also on my blog. The link is below. I'm just going through and marking in the different categories. So our income, and I'm going to flip back here to our sinking funds tracker and write in each of those categories. So from non-monthly bills, things that are paid quarterly, medical expenses, gifting, company truck, car repairs. Our non-monthly bills, I put aside $213.33 each month. Medical, I put aside $243.75 each month. Gifting gets $260. Our company truck gets $117.50, sorry. And car repairs usually gets $78 per month, and you'll see that I do this later. I'm not putting the $78 into it this month. It's gonna go straight to Chase because I put some car repairs on my credit card. We didn't have the sinking fund built up yet. So I put some repairs on the credit card and it's just going straight to Chase. And then I'm just going to fill in the bills that are due from February 15th to March 14th, as well as what I need to take out for cash envelopes and what I'm estimating for fuel. But first I'm going to switch to a pencil because since these are just estimates, using a pencil makes it infinitely easier to change it up and rewrite it than having to go and rewrite it all on a whole nother sheet. And you see here, I remembered that, nope, I did have those car repairs earlier and I need to just put it straight to Chase. And again, these are estimates. Like when it comes to our electric bill for the month of February hasn't posted yet. I'm doing a voiceover on this on January 30th. So I don't even know what our February 20th electric bill is going to be yet. So it is an estimate. Cash, I'm going to try to keep at $1,210 for the month, and fuel, I like to try to keep it around $200. And now here's where I'm gonna fight with the calculator for a bit. This is a solar powered calculator and there's enough light, but it's almost like when I push certain buttons, it doesn't wanna show up in the display. Almost like the button is locked. So it's giving me a struggle. This was my son's calculator when he was in 5th and 6th grade. So I don't know if that's got something to do with it. Like, did he, I don't know. As you can see with this sheet, I keep it as a running tally. And the reason I do this is so that I can see what our potential snowball could be at the end of the month if everything goes according to plan, if everything goes as it's budgeted, down to the penny. And so if everything goes according to plan, we don't have any extra miscellaneous expenses, our estimated snowball, $486.33. And again, that's if we're able to stay on track for our budget for that month. And that's a healthy size snowball. I'm actually pretty excited about that. And I just place it back here in the monthly overview along with my no spend tracker. And then I'm gonna grab a plastic pouch. It's from the Happy Memory Keeping line. It's meant to hold 4x6 photos, but I use it to hold any bills that have arrived. And that's it for this February budget setup video. Click that like button if you like this video. Click that subscribe button if you wanna see more of my videos. And I'll see you next time.